Okay, so here's the zucchini and the summer squash. Supposed to be carrots growing over there on the other side, but by God, if I see any in there, I don't know if they're going to come up or not. So, but the zucchini is growing like weeds, of course. I think it's pretty apparent of which one's going to stay in there. I think they're doing really well, but again, they like plenty of water, so water them a couple times a day. That's it for now. Okay, the new cherry tree, I just watered it, so if you see what looks like water down there, that's probably what it is. And here's all the flowers under the maple tree. Again, I still don't think those creeping red sedum, dragon's blood, is actually shows up very well in the videos or even pictures, but they're there. They're growing all over the place, so. Alright, off to the garden. So here are these flowers that I planted along the front there. They're doing pretty good, all things considering, being that the rabbits munched them down to the ground. That there's doing really well. It's almost a foot tall now. That one's, well, I guess doing as good as it can, I guess. That guy there, I still don't know what those plants are. And there's my coral bells. I trimmed it back. It was struggling pretty good there, so I'm not sure. It just didn't seem like it took well to the transplanting. So, but once I got rid of all the original leaves, it doesn't look too bad. It's got lots of new growth underneath of it there, so I think it's going to be okay. And hostas, I don't know if you can see it. It's about to bloom there. Kind of hard to see, maybe. And the rest of them there. Got a little guy down here. It's just about ready to... Well, I guess he does have a few blooms on, I guess. How about that? I missed that. Those guys there, they bloom later in the year. And the garden. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of beans here are the first beans that I planted. I didn't plant everything all at the same time. I kind of staggered everything, although it didn't really matter that I did. I just did it because I got wore out. So, but there's the beans that I planted, and the carrots and garlic is over there, and all them weeds. Having a hard time getting there and get it weeded. It's so damn dry. The ground's it's like concrete. So I watered it really well last night. I actually watered it twice. Hopefully I can get in here and get it weeded. It's supposed to rain tonight, so hopefully it'll help it out some more. So here's the beans that I planted second. These 2 rows right here were the second 2 rows that I put in. And then got to get around this big tree. And then there's these 3 rows of beans here. And you can see the beans here on this end. That's where the rabbits have been munching on them there. But they're starting to come back, so I guess we'll see what happens. And you can see all the way down through there. Yeah, and that big green spot down there, there's supposed to be, well, I guess there really is, but that's where the carrots are planted, but it's all full of crabgrass. I got to figure out how to get the crabgrass out of there. And I'm going to move some of them zucchini plants over here. I actually got a couple potatoes planted in there, and I dug them up yesterday, and they're sprouting, but they're way behind, so I'm not going to mess with them. It was kind of an experiment anyway. And tomatoes. Tomatoes are doing really well. I've had to tie them 3 times so far, so that's always a good sign. I actually have 2 tomatoes growing, if I can see them. I can't see them now. Oh, there's one of them. There's one of them right in there. I think you can see that guy right there. That guy there, he's got lots of blooms on the top. He's ready to put some tomatoes on. And that guy there is, they're all Romas except for this one. This guy is beefsteak. So that's the beefsteak. I know I bought one, tomato for sandwiches and stuff, and that was the one I got there. And the rest of them are all Romas. And then I got another one right there, hanging out there. He's growing, looking pretty good. And then the last tomato there, again, he's doing pretty good, looks well. This guy here is a green pepper. Just about ready to take the pot off around him, and him too, another green pepper. Another green pepper, doing pretty good. Another green pepper there. He's actually got peppers on the top of it there. I don't know if you can actually get down there and see him or not, but right on the top there's 2 peppers growing on him, so gotta like that. And then these are my cayenne peppers, and boy, they're just, I don't know what the deal is with these guys. I thought this guy here, he was actually putting peppers on, but looks like he's going to shrivel up and die, so I don't know what's going on with my peppers. This guy here is doing pretty well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the peppers. Apparently I can't grow them. I haven't had much luck in the past couple of years with cayenne pepper. But there really is carrots growing in here. I got one out. You can see him right there. Got a weed right there by him. But that is a carrot growing right there. Barely growing, but he's growing. So I got to get those guys weeded. Alright, well, 4.5 minutes. That's a nice tour of the garden. Oh God, I got to show you this onion here. I don't know if you can see this or not. Let's see if I can put my hand down there for size comparison there. It's that big and honking there. Big and honking. I like it. Alright. Gotta go turn the water off. And the lilies. I wish I knew what these were. They're day lilies or tiger lilies or what the hell they are. I don't know, but so I just call them lilies for short. They always do well over here, although I don't know why, because it's on the west side of the house and they like to be in full sun, and they don't get to enjoy the sun until the afternoon, so they lean out away from the house there, but they do really well there. I suppose you can hear Philo barking back here in the background. Yeah, he's a big boy. And Lily's here. Oh, yeah, here you go. We'll walk around the back here. Now you can see the hostas the way they're blooming. These guys here are really having a field day this year. I don't know if I've ever seen this many blooms on my hostas before. And these hostas underneath the porch here, these things here, I've got to dig them up one of these days, and they're just monsters. But here, you can see on this one here how the frost bit it a little bit, and that actually might be a little bit of spray, but some of that's from the frost, but you can see how we had that early frost that really kind of set them back a little bit. But boy, my hostas that grows underneath this porch, I mean, they're just falling out over top of the retaining wall. They're so damn big. I'm going to have to dig them up someday and treat them to someplace new. Maybe I should try to sell them, get some of my money back out of them. Alright, that's it for now. Well, I thought maybe I'd try to show you the hens and chickens here. There. I don't know if you can see down in there or not, but there's got to be, I don't know how many's down in there, but there's lots of little shoots coming off of there. They seem to be happy in that pot, that's for sure. It's funny because I can't grow anything in a pot, but apparently I can grow hens and chickens in a pot. But boy, they're just throwing shoots all over the place there. Yeah, just in case you wanted to know what Tordon does to trees, you can see that tree there is about half dead. There was a maple tree that was growing in the middle of it, and I cut it off and squirted a little Tordon on it. I must have got a little on that tree because I killed that whole branch on that tree, completely dead. So I'll have to cut that down this fall.